Hello, my name is PlegPlayer, and today I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update about what's going on with me and Path of Exile. As you all know, this week it is the 1 week Nemesis race, and I'm taking part in a 1 week race for the very first time ever. I'm playing fairly casual just because I've got university this week, but so far I'm having a blast. I played in a 2-man team for about 4 hours last night, and we got onto Cruel, so we're gonna hopefully get up to level 78 maps today. I've had a few close calls with discharging fun in the sewers in Act 3, but the biggest close call came with an IRL disaster. We were taking on what's her name? Clarissa, you know, when she's all like tied up and stuff and you have to go and rescue her. Well, we were gonna save the day there. We were fighting that guy, whatever he's called, with a sword, and a yellow monster as well. Then all of a sudden I hear like this crazy noise, and I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? And I don't know if it's in the game, I don't know if it's in my flat. So I was just like, what? So I have a quick look round of faith, hoping my character won't rip, and notice that my radiator, my heater, is just like it's having a minor explosion. Like there's smoke everywhere, and then I'm like, oh my god. So I quickly log out, and I'm like, I need time. So I jump off the Skype, and then like I turn around and there's just like oil or like gasoline or napalm or whatever you get in heaters these days, just like all over my bedroom floor, and it's like flooding everything and under my bed, and that's like a major fire hazard. Like I wish I had like a couple of ruby rings to fling on in real life. So there was just like gasoline all over the floor. It smelled really bad. So if I did die later on in that evening, I knew I could just blame it on the fumes. So like I opened the window and I mopped it up, but mopping it up didn't do anything. I was just like putting water all over it. So there was just a big watery, oily mess all over my room. So I have like 2 attempts at mopping it, then I'm just like, I'm gonna forget about that and back to Path of Exile and hope no one's firing any guns in my flat, just so it doesn't blow up. So this morning I'm faced with the reality of, yep, my room floor is still covered in napalm. Okay, enough about that. It didn't lead to my death, so I'll keep you updated though, because that's just as important. Okay, so what I'm doing with this marauder is, I want to make a marauder that can stun for ever and ever and ever. So the idea is to keep monsters permanently stunned, but obviously that's not going to come into effect till about, I think I'm going to swap over at level 50. So far, to level up through normal and most of Cruel, I'm just going to go with I've just been going with a leap slam, might fling in some ground slam and heavy strike, you know, just your standard leveling marauder build. We got lucky with some drops. My teammate found this wide swing poleaxe really early on, so that was awesome. Val didn't have a chance to look at us. And also, for going into level 36, I have a very nice increased physical damage mace. So I just got to level up twice. Then I can put that on, and again, that was my teammate that found that. Right now I feel like a bit of a charity, I just feel like I'm getting hand-me-downs, but my teammate's a Stormcall / Fire Blast Templar. He's not made up his mind yet. The only other notable drop I've had is a nice increased quality fire damage, added fire damage. It's only 6%, but hey, every little helps. So I've never attempted a unlimited stun build, so if you've got any ideas, fling them into the comments, and if I don't rip, I'll make a build guide if it turns out to be a success. I'm hoping to go for heavy strike, melee splash, endurance charge on stun, and the stun gem. As far as other gems are concerned, obviously I'm going to go for Immortal Call, Determination. I'm not entirely sure about my second aura, maybe another defensive one, or maybe Hatred. I've not made up my mind yet. And Molten Shell, I want to get that up to max. And this is the first build. I'm not sure if I'm going to use cast when damage taken. I've not used a build that hasn't used cast when damage taken since cast when damage taken was released. So if you've got any ideas regarding that, since I'm getting my endurance charges on stun from my main attack, I just don't know. And hopefully if I'm keeping things stunned all the time, I won't really have the need for a decoy totem or summon skeletons, but hey, maybe if stunning doesn't work out amazingly well right at the start, that would be definitely a viable option. Just whacking some skelly totems, decoy totems, rejuvenation totems. So if you have any thoughts regarding that, you know, if you've tried something like this, you know, give me a few pointers and I'll maybe experiment and see what works. Once I get to level 50, I'm going to try and get some reduced stun threshold, maybe a bit of increased stun duration, although I'm not sure how important that is if I manage to get my attack speed up to a certain amount. I have not, as of yet, decided if I'm going to use two-handed or one-handed. I think, obviously, I'm going to use maces, because I'm a marauder and anything else is just heresy. So, don't even try and suggest for me to use another weapon, because it's not going to happen. I think, though, it's going to depend on what drops I get. I'll experiment with both, but I think I'm leaning towards one-handed mace and shield, just because hardcore. I want a shield. Shields are good. I'm planning on getting some shield nodes. So I'm very strongly leaning towards one-handed mace and shield. But hey, if you've got any thoughts there, chuck them in the comments, and you know, I'll experiment. Experimenting's fun. I'll show you my passive trees thus far, and I'll kind of show you what I'm planning to do with it. Okay, so immediately when I started this race, I did a silly. I've been doing the short races so much that I just immediately went into my damage marauder. I'm playing marauder a lot recently. I just went straight into my damage marauder autopilot. So I went all the way down here, and I think it was about, I'd taken these two nodes here, and I think it was about here. I'm just like, wait a minute, this is a week-long race. I made a build for this. So I've been respecking out here. I still need to go back. I'll do some fetid pull and get some more respec points. So obviously I've got all the life and good stuff here. Obviously I'm going for resolute technique. Then I thought, I'm gonna jump up to the Templar area and get his discipline and training. So I came all the way up here, got some mace nodes in the way, got some life here, and said, hello, I quite like you, Templar. I want to be a bit of a Templar. So I came here. Then what did I do? Then what am I doing? Is that where I am? Yep. Is that all I've got? Yeah. So what else am I going to do? Well, there's lovely shield nodes up here I'll get later. There's a nice health node later. But I'm not going to get shield nodes till I'm definitely sure that's what I'm going to use. My next stop is going to be this Iron Circle of Life, Lion King style. And then I'm going to come down here, get the Endurance Charge. I think there's an Endurance Charge I'm going to get up at the Templar as well. I want to get lots of Endurance Charges, as many as I can from the skill tree. This shield here, if I decide to shield. Down here to get Smashing Blows, because Smashing Blows, it's called Smashing Blows, you can't go without Smashing Blows. Get some Bloodless, because why the hell not? I'm pretty sure I'm going to get Unwavering Stance. I don't know I'm hoping to have a lot of health, but I can always unspec if I decide I don't need it later on. Then from here on out, I'm just going to go to the Duelist and get all these goodies here. A wee bit of life down here and the damage up here. And that's roughly where I've planned to. If you've got any thoughts or you think I'm missing anything vital, give me a shout. If you've done a perma-stun build before and you have any advice, give me a shout. I'm just looking to have some fun and experiment. And if it turns out well, I will make a build guide. That's, of course, if I don't die when I step out into Cruel Coast. Okay, I hope you're having a lot of fun if you're taking part in Nemesis. I hope you're having a lot of fun if you're not taking part in Nemesis. I just hope you're having a lot of fun, and I will keep you updated. Let me know if you are taking part in this 1 week race. Let me know your build, and let me know how you're getting on, and let me know if you've got any awesome drops so far. Okay, thanks for watching, and I will speak to you soon.